said, level 3 is gonna be mainly to update your English and to build your vocabulary. Because I noticed that a lot of you have issues when you're talking or when you want to express yourself in English because you don't really have the words or you don't really have the sentences that you need to fully express yourself in English. So that is why for this level 3, we're gonna be upgrading your English, okay? We're gonna be upgrading your English and doing a lot of vocabulary and expressions for that. And so tomorrow we will have an evaluation. Tomorrow we will have an assessment because we've been having the lessons for some time now. So we will have a very short evaluation tomorrow. So, uh, okay, right. So for today, we will work on expression and pronunciation. And we will have word stress today. All right. So the main objective of this class is to help you pronounce words better. Okay, it's to help you be able to differentiate between the different pronunciations of words. It's very important to know how to pronounce words because if you don't pronounce a word well, you might change the meaning of that word. Okay. So yeah, that's it. So we'll just basically focus on that, and the class is just to help you to identify stress better in words and pronounce very well. So we have a lesson prepared for that. I'm gonna share the PowerPoint, the presentation I have here, and we would go through that. So just give me a minute while I do that. Mhm. Mm, okay, so let me just share it right now. Mm. Okay, so this is the presentation we have. It's a PowerPoint. So uh okay. So okay, so we have this is just the introduction. So today we're working basically on pronunciation. We're working mainly on pronunciation, like I said at the beginning of the lesson. And also, please, if you have questions, please ask. Okay, just ask. Just raise your hand and ask your questions, and I'm gonna answer all your questions. So, moving on to the next. So today we will be talking about word stress. Today is all about word stress. So what is word stress? So what do we mean by uh, word stress? So what is word stress? Okay, first of all, when you hear the word stress, what comes to your mind? When I just say stress, okay, um what comes to your mind? So what comes to your mind when you hear the word stress? Can anybody tell me anything about that?
Difficult
Marcy?
to,
Okay, Fatu, yes, Fatu, go ahead. Go ahead.
well, for me, is difficult situation, worry, for example, worry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Voilà,
worry.
you worry to, voilà, you worry. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
And
So,
we have
yes.
mental or emotion, emotional.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now you're getting into
Mhm.
deeper meanings of stress. Okay, but that's very good. That's your understanding of stress. Sometimes when I want to understand a concept, okay, the concept we have here is word stress. So sometimes when you want to understand the concept, it's good to separate the words. Sometimes it's good to take the words individually. Okay, what is a word? A word is a block of letters. That's a word, right? It's a block of letters. We have letters and that's a word. It can be two, it can be one letter. It that's a word, okay? Like the article a book is a word. So it can be a letter, two letters, three letters, four letters, five letters, 10 letters, 15 letters. That's a word. Now, what is stress? So when I think about stress, I think about extra effort. So stress is when you have to put extra effort. If you're stressing on something, it means you're putting extra effort on the thing. So you're not just putting the efforts that you need to put, but you're adding more efforts. You're putting more emphasis on that thing. So if I want to break this, okay, this is my lens case. And if I want to break it, I'm going to stress because I'm putting extra effort to break it. So that is it. Now, word stress. So it means that there are some places in the word that you have to put extra efforts to pronounce, basically. So you're stressing on a part of the word to say it. That part of a word that gives you um more efforts in pronunciation. So what stress means saying one part of a word louder and stronger than the other parts. So a word is divided into syllables. So syllables, right? There are some words with two syllables, there are some words with one syllable, there are some words with three syllables. So word stress means that there is one part of a word that is louder and stronger than the other part. So one part of a word that when you're pronouncing it, it's much louder. You're putting extra effort to say it. Now, okay, a word has syllables. This is what I was explaining earlier. A word has syllables, so we have parts of a word. When we speak, one syllable is stronger than the others. So have you ever noticed that when you're pronouncing a word, there is one particular part of the word that is more pronounced, that is stronger than the other parts? Maybe you've noticed it, right? There is always a part of the word that is stronger than the other part. So if we have any questions, please let's just indicate. But are we following the lesson? Is everybody following the lesson?
Yes.
Okay. Is Marcy there? Marcy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. All right. Marie?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right, good. So I'm explaining all of this, so when we get to the part, it's gonna be very, very easy, okay? Now we have an example. Table, table. So the first part, TA, is stronger. Here we have two syllables, and the first one is stronger than the other one. So we have table, table. You see, I'm putting extra effort in saying the word, in saying one part of the word. Table. So that's the stress. So the stress is on the first syllable. The stress is, let me get back. The stress is here, is on table. That's where the stress is. Now, here we have examples of word stress. The first word, table, it has two syllables, te and bo, and the stress is on the first syllable. So the stress is on table. So if you see where the stress is, we have put it in a caps lock. We put it in caps lock, capital letters. T, and A are in capital. So that is where the stress is. So table, first syllable. Doctor, doctor. So the stress is on the first syllable, doctor. Window, the stress is on the first syllable. Begin, begin is not begin. So here you're gonna say begin. Sorry. So here you would say begin, means the stress is on the second syllable, begin. And the last word we have is hotel, hotel, and the stress is on the second syllable. Now we have example in sentences. The table is brown. The table is brown. The doctor is here. The doctor is here. We sleep in a hotel. We sleep in a hotel. Hotel. So how do we hear word stress? How do we hear it? So the stress syllable is louder, longer, and clearer. So if you want to know where the stress is, you need to just get the syllable that is louder, the syllable that makes you put more energy. Table, and it's longer. Table. You see, the other syllable is just table. It's just shorter. So it's longer. Table, and it's clearer. It's very clear. Table. So the second syllable is not as clear as the first syllable. So table, hotel, 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 pencil, pencil, kitchen, kitchen. What else do we have? What other words do we have? Can give me some examples? What other words do we have? Who can give me some words? And try to pronounce the word I can hear the stress.
Pencil.
Yes, pencil. Yeah, another word. We try a word with 3 syllables.
Ruler.
Ruler. Okay. Okay, now can you try a word with 3 syllables? 3. Ruler has 2. ruler. It has 2 syllables. So can you try with 3? Okay, a word with 3 syllables. We have computer. Computer. That's a word we have with 3 syllables. Computer.
Comfortable.
Computer. Yes, Fatu.
Comfortable.
Yes, comfortable.
Yeah,
Comfortable.
comfortable. Mhm.
So where is the stress in comfortable? Where does the stress come?
It's for table.
Comfortable.
Mhm.
Comfortable. So where does it come? Okay, yes, Jonathan, it's in comfortable. Yes, and then we have computer. So I'm teaching you guys because your pronunciation is as important as the word. Okay. Just imagine I say computer, or computer, or computer, or computer, or computer. So I can say my computer is not working, or my computer. You see, it's gonna sound it's gonna sound strange, right? So great. Now we have a little exercise to do here. Circle the correct word, stress. So we have table and table.
Good morning, Fatima. How are you?
Hello, Mariama. I'm good, thank you. How are
But
you?
what about dishes? Dishes.
Sorry.
Dishes. Dishes.
Dishes, like
It's
this.
three. Dishes.
Dishes,
DIS. Mm-hmm. It's 3.
like in the chat
The,
box. Just
okay.
okay, check in the chat box. Is that what you mean?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, dishes. The stress. Where is the stress in dishes, Fatu?
Dish.
Dishes. Yes,
Dish.
dish. Yes,
Dish.
that's the
Dish.
stress.
Yes, dish. Mhm.
Now, dishes, the singular of dishes is dish, and the plural is dishes. So you see, in the singular, it has 1 syllable, dish, while in the plural, it becomes 2 syllables, dishes. So there are some words like that, like gas and gases, um, brush, brushes. So there are some words that are like that. Singular, we have 1 syllable, and plural, we have 2 syllables.
But sorry, if we, for the singular dish and the work stress is dish, DI or DIS.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused.
Okay,
So if we use singular dish,
yes,
the work stress
the stress is on on the only syllable. We have just 1 syllable, so the stress will still be
okay,
on the
okay.
yes. So words that have 1 syllable, you cannot really um you cannot really differentiate the different pronunciations between the syllables because it's cat, okay, cat. It doesn't have any other syllable, so
Mhm.
I mean it's just cat,
Yes. Yeah, it's
right?
only 1 syllable. Yes, only
It's
one
just 1
dish. Yes.
syllable.
Yes,
Mhm.
dish. Yes.
But now Dishes, we have 2 syllables, so you
Two,
can see the difference. Dishes,
yes.
dishes. Okay, there's some difference. Yeah. So yeah, basically that's it. All right. So here we have just a little exercise, but I think you already know the answer. We have table and table, doctor and doctor. So yeah, student and student, student and student, hotel and hotel. So I guess we already know the correct ones here. So the correct one is table, doctor, student, and hotel. We also have begin and begin. So the correct one is begin. Now, why is word stress important in English? So word stress is very important in English because changing the stress can change the meaning of a word. Please, let's take this very, very serious. Let's take it seriously because you can change, if you change the pronunciation of a word, there are some words that the meaning comes with the pronunciation. Okay, there are certain words that I would be able to understand what you mean by the way you pronounce the words. So if you don't pronounce the words very well, we're gonna have a lot of mistakes in it. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of mistakes in the understanding. For example, we have, okay, who can pronounce these two words? Because this is not one word. It looks the same, but it's not the same. It's not one word. These are actually two different words. So who can try to pronounce these words? Oh, sorry. Oh no, let me go back. Yeah. So who can try?
The first one is record. Now, record.
Can you pronounce it again? I want to get the difference.
Okay.
The difference has to be very clear. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, it should be very clear.
Record.
The first or the second one?
The first one.
Say it again.
Record.
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 It's the same one like the verb.
Okay. The pronunciations are different. So,
Record and record.
okay.
Record
Now,
for the first one and record
record.
for the verb.
Okay. Record. A record. That is the noun. Now, record is the verb. To record is the verb. Record is the noun. So that's the difference between both. The stress is on re in the noun, and in the verb, the stress is on cord, record, record, record. I am recording, recording, record. A record, that's the noun. So that is the difference between both of them. So you see, by the way you pronounce them, By the way you pronounce them, you can see the difference between the words. So let's get the other ones. So, okay, read the sentences and choose the correct word, stress. So we have these sentences. Now, I will dash the meeting. What is the correct word, stress? Is it A or B? Any ideas? I will dash the meeting. So
Excuse
is
me,
it
what is your question? You ask what's the correct answer and A for and A B?
Yes, because I gave an explanation before that. I talked about stress on a word, and I said if you change the stress, sometimes you can change the meaning of a word. And we had the example, the first example, with record and record. Now, I have a list of sentences here, and um, I would like you to tell me which one is correct for the sentences. We have A, record, and B, record. So what is correct for the sentence, A or B?
Okay, for here I see two words the same, right? Or except that one is the capital, the second one is the lowercase, right? Because this record is record. I see the same, right?
Okay, but did you follow the explanations I gave? Because today we're talking about word stress. And I said the word stress is the pronunciation that you give to a syllable which is stronger than the other one. For example, if I say teacher, teacher, you realize that in teacher there is a part of the word that is stronger than the other part. Teacher. It's not teacher, it's teacher. So there is a part of the word that is more loud, that is stronger and clearer than the other part. That is what we call stress. The stress is on teacher.
Okay.
Now, yes, now the first example I gave was this, record and record. And this one, you see, it's the same word as you said, it's the same word. But now here we have record, okay?
This the
Capital
noun.
R, capital E. So it means the stress is on re. So where
Okay.
the capital, yes, where the capital is where the stress is.
I
So
understand now.
record, yeah, for the noun, and for the verb, we have record. So cord is in capital because the stress is on cord. Record, record. So
So
that
if I
is the,
understand here, all the capital is the stress.
yes, the capital shows you where the stress is supposed to be.
Okay.
So the capital is to help you pronounce the word better.
Okay. So all the
Yes.
capital is noun again.
Sorry?
I say all the capital is noun.
Noun.
Yeah, because I see it for the capital here, record. The is noun is indeed is noun. The second one is record. This is the verb. So I want to ask you if all the capital is noun, is the stress
No,
and the
no,
noun.
no. Don't, it's not like that. I said the capital shows you where the stress is. Now, record is a noun. It's to show you that if you say record, it means that you're talking about the noun. Now, in the second part, if you say record, it means you're talking about the verb. These are two different words. Okay? So it's to tell you that if you pronounce it with the stress on the first syllable, it means you're talking about the noun. And if you pronounce it with the stress on the second syllable, that is the chord, it means you're talking about the verb. Okay, like see. Oh no, what is this? Okay, here, the stress. This is the stress here. Record on the first syllable. And here, the stress is here. Record. Record. So, it's saying that if you put the stress on the first syllable, if you put the stress here, okay, record. If you put the stress here, it means you're talking about the noun, record. Now, if you put the stress on the second syllable, which is record, it means you're talking about the verb. So basically, that is just it.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we have these sentences. I will dash the meaning. So we have A, record, and we have B, record. So what do we use?
For me, it's number 2, B.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 1 is B. So it's record. Now, the next one, I lost the dash. So we have record and record.
It's A now. I lost the record.
Record, yeah. So the next one is A. And now the third one, she gave me a dash. So present and present. Present and present.
Number
B.
B.
Present. Present.
Hmm?
Present. Present.
Yeah, present B for me.
She gave me a. Is it A or B?
B.
Okay.
Yeah, for me it's B too. B.
Okay, Mariama and Fatu say B. Are you sure?
That's my E. C.
The answer is
E.
A. She gave me a present, a gift. She gave me a present. And the next one is B. I will present my project. So I will present my project. So you see, words that we use every day, but we see how they can be different, right? You see how they can be different. Meanwhile, these are words that we use every day, but they aren't always the same. Yeah. So let's move forward. Now we have other examples. Okay. Well, let's start with the first one. We have conduct and conduct. Conduct. The first one, conduct is a noun, which is a behavior. Now, the example is his conduct is good. Conduct, which means behavior. So if somebody says you have a very good conduct, it means you have a good behavior. So you see, I cannot say you have a very good conduct. There is a problem, right? Because if I say you have a very good conduct, it doesn't, there's something wrong. But you're supposed to say you have a very good conduct. Please conduct. That's now for the verb, we have conduct, which is a verb, to conduct, which is to lead or to organize. So you see the meaning is different. The first one means behavior. The second one means to organize or to lead. So it's conduct. Conduct. For example, the teacher will conduct the test. The teacher will conduct the test. So we see this is different, okay? So you cannot say the teacher will conduct the test. It's wrong. So the teacher will conduct the test. Now we have the next one, produce and produce. Produce and produce. Now, produce is a noun which is fruits and vegetables. The market sells fresh fruit. The market sells fresh produce. So produce, fruits and vegetables. So if you want to talk about fruits and vegetables, you can call it produce. Now, the next one, produce. So you see the stress here, the stress is on the first syllable, produce. It's a noun, which means fruits and vegetables. And the next one is produce. The stress is on the second syllable, which is a verb and means to make something, to create something, or to prepare something, to make something. Yeah. So for example, farmers produce food. So I can produce something. So that is the meaning of this word. So you see that the pronunciation of a word can change the meaning and the grammatical class of that word. Okay. Now we have another example, export and export. So export is the noun. It means goods sold to other countries. For example, coffee is an export. So an export, that's a noun. Coffee is an export. Then we have export. So you see the difference, export and export. So when you're pronouncing the words, there should be this difference in your pronunciation because you've reached a level in your English where you should work out the pronunciation of your words. You've already reached that level. So we have export, this is export, and this is export. Export, and is the verb. It means to sell goods to another country. For example, the country exports cocoa. It's not cocoa, please, it's cocoa, okay? So the country exports cocoa. The next one is import and import. So import are goods from another country. For example, rice is an import. And the next one is import, which is a verb to bring goods into a country. So to make goods to enter a country. And the example, the country imports cars. 5, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry. The company. The company imports cars. So imports cars. We have the last sets of examples. Increase and increase. So increase is a noun. It means a rise or growth in number, amount, or size. So there is an increase in price. For example, if today I buy this stuff for $2 today, it's just an example, okay? So I buy this stuff for $2 today, and tomorrow I go and see that it is sold now for $10. What has happened? What has happened? Are we following?
Is increased price.
Okay, but I want you to say it very well. And I want you to pronounce the word very well. So what has happened? Okay, so you can say there is an increase in the price of the case. There is an increase. So that's what we're gonna say. There is an increase. Now, the second one is increase, which is the verb and is to become larger or greater. Example, prices will increase next year. So you can say the price of the case has increased. That is what you're gonna say. Now we have this other one, minute and minute. So minute is a unit of time, like 1 minute, 2 minutes. So the example, the meeting will start in 1 minute now. The second one is minute. Minute, which is very small. When something is extremely small, you say it's minute. So say the sciences studied minute details. So that's the meaning of it. So you see, it has two different pronunciations, but the same word because the stress has changed. Okay. So, that is what we had for stress today. Do we have any questions concerning the lesson on stress? Hmm? Okay, has everybody understood the lesson on stress? Okay, why is everybody so quiet?
Fatima.
Yes, Karamo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Karamo, you were saying something?
Yes. Aquel minute, I don't understand. Minute, these two. Or
Okay, we have minute and we have minute.
yes,
So minute is time. For example,
time. I know
I can say
time.
Karam. Yes, I can say Karamo, you have 2 minutes to finish the exercise, right?
Yes.
Now, minute.
Mm.
Minute means very small. If something is very, very small, you're gonna say
Small one.
minute. Very, not just small, very small.
Very small. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
So when something is very small, you'd say minute.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You not say you not say small. So yeah. So something that is very small is minute.
Microbe is minute, ne? Microbe, ne? Is minute.
Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Excuse me, Fatima, I have a question about something here, the words. I hear right now you say something, did you or everybody understood? You talk about the past. So if somebody
Hey.
asks you if you understand, you say, well, because I don't understand that one.
Oh, I want to work out your listening skills. I want to work out your listening. I want to see how attentive you are to your listening. So,
I don't know if you understand my question. I ask you because I hear the word right now. You talk about the past. Everybody understood this is the past. So I want to ask you, for example, if you ask me right now, Mariam, did you understand something? So how can I answer that one? I thought I understood. I thought I understand. You understand my question or no?
I want to know if you understood what I meant by word stress. That's the question I was asking. That's what I meant because I explained how word stress can be in a word, and I explained the importance of word stress, right?
Yeah, I understand that. I
Yes.
ask you about understood. My question is because I think the understood over is the past, right? If you say understood, that's I think so. That one is the past, right?
Yeah, because it's
Oui, I
actually
think
the
it's
past
true.
because
I think vous avez
okay.
compris, c'est le passé. Est-ce que vous avez compris?
Oui, c'est ça que j'ai
Uh-huh.
compris maintenant.
Mhm.
Ce que je veux demander, comme ça je vais parler en français alors. Parce que je suis un peu confuse. Dès que j'ai entendu qu'elle parle de est-ce que vous avez compris? Donc, je me suis dit, attends, maintenant, est-ce que si quelqu'un te demande, par exemple, actuellement, on me dit, est-ce que tu as compris? Qu'est-ce que tu dois répondre? Tu dois dire, tu vas parler au passé comme elle, ou bien tu vas dire, oui, j'ai compris. Tu vas dire, par exemple, en anglais, I understand. Parce que moi, des fois, quand on me demande, tu as compris, je dis, oui, I understand. Donc,
Yeah,
je
I
ne parle pas
understand, Mariam.
d'understand.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I get the question. So
Oh,
now you
yeah.
want to know if you should answer in the past or in the present.
Yes,
Yes.
I understand her
Yes.
question too.
I
Yes.
see. I see.
Yeah, because I'm doing the mistake for that one, so I don't know.
I actually said, did you understand? Because I had finished presenting the lesson, so that's
Mhm.
why I asked in the past. But during the lesson, I can ask, do you understand? Because the lesson is going on, right?
Mhm.
So if I have finished everything, I've finished explaining and presenting the lesson, you can say, oh, I did not understand when you said this and this and that, right? But if it is in the middle of the lesson, like I'm still presenting, I say, okay, what stresses this, the lesson is going on, and I ask you, okay, do you understand? and you say, no, I don't understand this and this. So that's when I think you can use that. So you can use the present if I am still teaching that lesson, or the past if I have finished teaching that. So that's it. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, we answered the question. Because it's my first time to I say what? Did you understood? So I'm asking you what's here? So I don't understand that one. That's why I ask you. Thank you so much. I understand now.
Okay, thank you too. Right. Okay. Yes, I said tomorrow we will have a very short and simple evaluation to just test what we did, what we've been doing so far. So yeah, we will have that tomorrow. We're gonna have that tomorrow. Very short evaluation. Tomorrow tomorrow morning for some people, tomorrow afternoon for others, and tomorrow evening for some people. So please just connect tomorrow, take the evaluation. It's not gonna be long. Right. So I wanted to test your listening skills with something. I just want to see how you can listen. I don't want you to watch, okay? I just want you to listen.
There was a girl. Her name was Emma. She was at home. She was sleeping in the bedroom. It was a cold and dark night. It was raining. A thief came into Emma's house at midnight. He wanted to steal Emma's toothbrush. The thief went into the kitchen first. He felt hungry. He decided to eat something. Then he started to prepare a breakfast for himself. He made some noise, so Emma woke up. She heard the noise. She was scared. She took her phone and called the police. Then she walked towards the kitchen slowly, and she saw the thief. He was having breakfast. They looked at each other, and they cried, "Ah!"
Hello, are you enjoying the story? Please give us.
Okay, so who can just give me a brief recap of that story from what you heard? So what is the story all about? Did you listen to the story? It's a very short story. Okay, so can just tell me, what did you hear? What is the story about? It's a very short and simple story. Okay. Okay, let me play it a second time and maybe you'll be able to say something.
There was a girl. Her name was Emma. She was at home. She was sleeping in the bedroom. It was a cold and dark night. It was raining. A thief came into Emma's house at midnight. He wanted to steal Emma's toothbrush. The thief went into the kitchen first. He felt hungry. He decided to eat something. Then he started to prepare a breakfast for himself. He made some noise, so Emma woke up. She heard the noise. She was scared. She took her phone and called the police. Then she walked towards the kitchen slowly, and she saw the thief. He was having breakfast. They looked at each other, and they cried, "Ah!"
Hello?
Okay, so can you say something about the story now? Mm-hmm. I'm listening. Where is Mariama? Patu? What can we say about the story? Karamo,
Yes, I am here.
did you listen to the story?
Yeah, I listen.
So what is the story about? What did you hear from the story?
So you repeat, teacher. It's too hard for me.
You did not hear the story. You did not listen.
No, I listen very much. I listen.
Mhm.
It's too uh, it's no slow.
Okay, so what's the problem? Okay, it's not slow, it's fast, or
Fast, it's
what's the
fast.
problem?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see. Fatu, what do you have?
But, but for me, they was talking about, but I forgot the lady's name, and she was sleeping. They say she was grown up and she was sleeping, and somebody was came in his house and go to the chicken and want to do something, and he makes some nosing. That's why I remember. He makes some nosing, and but I know but the explanation in English. They make some nosing, and he starting wake up, and he take the phone and call the police. So that's why
Mhm. Okay,
the
so
video is very fast. Yes, it's very fast.
see something. Let me see.
There was a girl. Her name was Emma. was a girl.
Okay, just listen to it now. I've made it slower so you can just listen to it.
There was a girl. Her name was Emma. She was at home. She was sleeping in the bedroom. It was a cold and dark night. It was raining. A thief came into Emma's house at midnight. He wanted to steal Emma's toothbrush. The thief went into the kitchen first. He felt hungry. He decided to eat something. Then he started to prepare a breakfast for himself. He made some noise, so Emma woke up. She heard the noise. She was scared. She took her phone and called the police. Then she walked towards the kitchen slowly. And she saw the thief. He was having breakfast. They looked at each other. And they cried, "Ah!"
Okay, so did you get something from the story now? Can you tell me what the story is all about? So who can try? We're just gonna take one person. Who can try?
They was talking about for Emma. She was at home and she's sleeping. She's sleeping in the bedroom, and he was cold and raining. And also, well, I forgot the guy's name. So somebody come in her house. I forgot the name.
Thief. It was a
The
thief.
yeah. Oh, okay, come in his house, and he go to the kitchen to do the breakfast for himself, and he makes some nosing. When he was making the nosing, Emma was scared. She was scared, and she wake up and she took her phone and called the police. That's why I remember. And well, she was walking little bit to go to the kitchen and see. She was scared. That's what. Yeah.
No, that's okay. So, yeah, that's okay. That's actually basically that's it. Yes, that's just it. So yeah. So that's just it about the story. So now you just have to work on your listening, okay? You should also be able to listen to something and get the idea and get the real meaning of it. All right.
Get the critical idea.
Yeah. Yes. So you should be able to listen because sometimes you would have to listen to information and give a
But
feedback.
sometimes, if you understand, but sometimes when they talk, the problem is for the pronunciation. If you don't understand what they
Yes.
say, yeah, that's the
Yes.
problem. Mhm.
Yes, I know that sometimes the pronunciation can be
Yes.
a problem because the American accent is not
Yes.
everybody can really understand the American accent, but I think that with time, the more you listen to American audios, you'll be able to really understand what they are saying. Yeah.
But Fatima, the works like when we just saw learning, sometimes we saw this one, the different text or for the book, I don't know. Sometimes because the word says sometimes the capital letter and uh, the capital, but I don't know. Sometimes we saw this one in the different text or what. Because sometimes it's the same word, but the writing is different.
Yes, I think there was a class there was one, I think a class for the last session, I spoke about American and British English. So we have different types, or we have different, not types, sorry. We have different varieties of English, right? We have British English, we have American English, we have Canadian English, we have Australian English. I mean, we have many varieties of English, and even in Africa, we have
Yes.
many varieties of English. Now, there are some words in American English that are spelled in a certain way, and it's different in British English, and it might be different in Canadian English, and so on. Okay, so what we are doing here is basic English. There are even some words that are different. There are some words that are different in British and in American English. For example, in British English, you're gonna say tap, but in American English, you say faucet. So
Yes.
yes, so there is that difference. There is that difference. Like organization in British English is spelled with an S. In American English is spelled with Z.
Yes.
Label, like label. In British English, it has a U. In American English, it doesn't have a U. Same thing with color and all of that. So we have these differences in the different varieties of English, but what we are doing here is the basic English that you can speak anyway. Now the varieties come with differences in culture, differences in lifestyle, differences in maybe country rules. So what applies in America doesn't apply in the UK or in Canada or in Australia. So we have these different Englishes. I just call it the different Englishes. So don't bother if you see different spellings. This one is different. This one is like this. This one is like that. But just know that we have different varieties of English all over the world. There are even some varieties of English we've never heard of. So yeah, but we're working on basic English that you can speak anywhere, even in America. So that's just it.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you too. So that's what we had for today. We had to work on stress and also train your listening capacities to be able to listen to something and get information. So tomorrow we would have a very short evaluation of what we have been doing throughout the month, and we'll continue from there. So do we have any other worries? Any
No,
other
it's okay.
questions?
No, it's okay for me.
All right. Okay, thank you. So we'll just call it a day then. We're done for today, and we'll just have the evaluation tomorrow then. If you have any questions even after today, you could ask tomorrow, maybe before or after the evaluation. So thank you all for coming, and just keep coming for the next lessons. Have a wonderful weekend, and Jonathan, travel safe.
Okay, thank you so much. See you tomorrow.